Welcome back, everybody. Clint here today with Classic Firearms, here to bring you a video that we've been wanting to do for quite some time, but we've been pretty freaking busy. It's another optics comparison versus video, optics battle video, if that's what you want to call it. And we're going to be looking at this one as perhaps maybe part one, because we're going to be focusing mostly on CQB, close distance, with three different types of optics. We're going to be comparing an LPVO to your magnified prism optic to your holographic optic, and which one is the best. And of course, you're probably going to want to know what the rifle is that we're shooting it on, because for the sake of consistency and fairness, we're going to be using the same rifle for each optic. And of course, that's going to be my LMT R20 with a 14.3 inch pinned and weld Surefire war comp that you see right up here. Awesome little muzzle device. And I might throw on, my RC2 on it a little bit later. Anyway, there you have it, the LMT R20 reference rifle, Estonia reference rifle. Awesome little rifle. I like it a lot. Short stroke, piston driven design. It's just good. And yes, I'm going to be keeping it just how it comes, other than, switching out the muzzle device when I did. I am going to be keeping the iron sights on it because, well, in my mind, you need to have backup sights, whether that's even a backup red dot to your magnified optic or whatever else it might be. I always say, and I think a lot of us share the mindset that one is none, two is one. Your optic can fail you. It doesn't matter if it's an ACOG or not. It can fail you. And then resorting back to old faithful iron sights, it's probably a good way to go. So I'm going to be keeping, again, for the sake of consistency, this rifle just how you see it. And, well, let's go ahead and introduce the optics now and how they might compare to each other. So starting off let's just go least magnified to most magnified. And in this case, the very first one is going to be the Eotech holographic. We have torture tested the Eotech before. It is just a phenomenal little holographic. Some people refer to them as red dots as well, but typically, I guess you can kind of look at it this way. All holographics are red dots, but not all red dots are holographics. Good enough, I guess. Anyway, we've done comparisons where we've compared, again, red dots to holographics, the Vortex versus the Eotech, so on and so forth. And something that's just remarkable about holographics is their durability. Granted, you don't get the battery life like you typically do on your standard red dots, but the durability, the functionality you use, just the overall functionality is great. Also, it's a little bit more robust, a little bit heavier than a lot of your standard red dots, but at the end of the day, this thing's going to take a beating, hold it zero, and just keep running, which is great. Now, this is the EXPS3, takes those little short batteries that we all know are a pain in the butt, that cost more money than your standard AA's, but Eotech also makes the 512, which just takes two AA's, which pretty nice, just has a little bit larger footprint. You'll also notice that the EXPS3, this one here, has a QD mounting system that you see here. You just have a button, then you flip that forward, mount it to your Picatinny, latch that on, and you're ready to rock and roll after you get it zeroed. Easy enough. You'll also see that this one is, where's it at? Night vision capable with your, of course, illumination adjustments there. All right. Cool. So the Eotech holographic. Now, just to make it fair, we needed to add some magnification to this, and we've got two separate magnifiers with us today. The G43, which is going to be your 3x magnification, and the G45, a little bit thicker boy with 5x magnification. So we're going to be utilizing both of these and running with these and seeing which one might be better for different applications and so on and so forth. So should be pretty exciting to run both of these. And again, we're looking at this as more of a close quarters type environment. We will be doing a little bit more longer distance stuff at a later part, so stay tuned for that. But moving on to our next magnified optic, you guys already knew it was going to make a show here. It was going to be present. The Trijicon ACOG, 4-power magnified etched reticle, tritium and fiber optic illuminated reticle as well. This is, of course, the little, chevron that, this is the chevron reticle, which is great because I know how to shoot with this one very, very well. This is what's issued in the Marines. In fact, there's a nice little M16A4 back there with a Marine Corps bayonet. Kind of sad that Ontario Knife Company, I think, went out of business this year. So trying to get yourself, some of these legitimate Marine Corps bayonets might be a little difficult now, but I got mine. Anyway, so the Trijicon ACOG is just An awesome optic, the most battle-proven optic in the world. Pretty sure it still holds that title. And you'll notice that this guy is super durable, accurate. It does have a couple of setbacks, but we'll talk about, you know, more of the pros and cons and setbacks of each optic out at the range. But I am going to also let you guys know that I am going to be running just the standard mounts that each optic comes with, again, for the sake of fairness and consistency out of the box. We're not going to be throwing on any unities or LaRues or anything, because those actually do give a little bit of an upper hand, which, again, we can discuss at a later video or maybe even while I'm shooting some. Anyway, 4-power Trijicon ACOG. And then for the LPVO, most of you are probably wondering, oh, are you going to go with like the SIG Tango 6 or maybe the Leupold Mark V HD or an ATAC or a Vortex 1 to 10? What's it going to be, man? And I decided to go with something that's actually pretty freaking durable. The Trijicon VCOG. Not sponsored by Trijicon. They just make damn good optics. What can I say, all right? The Trijicon VCOG has also been accepted by the United States Marine Corps as their new, well, variable powered optic. And this, of course, is the 1 to 8 first focal plane optic. And yes, it is also illuminated with an edged reticle, and it also has night vision capability as well for that passive aiming. So, again, super durable optic. You'll also notice that this takes, it even says it right there. Maybe you can pick that up on camera. It says it right there. AA batteries, which I know a lot of us are probably really excited about, because where do you have AA's? Laying around in any junk drawer. And if you're like me, you probably have several junk drawers. So you're going to be set. Anyway, I'm going to put fresh batteries in this one because I know it's dead. Let's head outside and let's run a couple of drills and see which one I'm quicker with. Yes, we'll be utilizing the shot timer, all with the R20 by LMT. And yeah, let's have some fun. Let's go send some rounds downrange. And guys, go ahead, down in the comment section, which one are you already leaning towards? Yes, obviously we haven't talked about applications and rifle setups, but already, which one is your favorite? So first up, we've got the Eotech EXPS3 and the G33. I think I was calling it 43 earlier, which is just a little bit more condensed magnifier. But the G33 magnifier here, 3 magnification, 2.2-inch eye relief, nice. Also, something else you're gonna notice is that this guy, the optic itself, 11.2 ounces. Throw on the G33 being at 10.6 ounces. Now you're looking at 21.8 ounces overall. On the LMT, feels nice and well balanced. I like it. Now, just a quick, simple drill. All I'm gonna be doing is, well, taking a couple of shots at the 50-yard line, which is where I'm at right now, 50 yards. And all I wanna do is quite simply run the shot timer and see, well, how quick can I get on target? Now, everything I'm gonna be doing, since I am considering the CQB, is gonna be within 50 yards. You also may have noticed I threw on some of my guard dog body armor. This is the tracker plate carrier that I'm a big fan of. It's just really comfortable. And the reason I did that is quite simply, well, I'm going to be running all these optics and I pretty much want to throw every variable at them. And also on top of that, you might be law enforcement, maybe even a military personnel that wants to just, you know, take a look at some military optics. And also maybe you're just a concerned citizen that sees all of the crap happening in the world and you think maybe this is a good idea to go ahead and start getting into that mindset of owning some firearms, body armor, different optics, stuff like that. Do it all. Own all of it, because you don't know when you might need it and how long it might be available. So anyway, let's go ahead. Let's start with just the Eotech holographic, not the magnifier. Again, eye relief on this one, unlimited pretty much. So let's just see here about getting on target. I've got my little Shooting Targets USA downrange, the Velociraptors, and I just want to take a couple of shots, see how quick I can get on target here, both with and without the magnifier. Then we'll pop on the G45. All right, let's go ahead and start. Low ready. All right, 2 on target at 2.60. Let's do it one more time just for fun here. 2 shots on target's what I'm looking for. Low ready. Start swinging on me. 2.36, one more time. Mulligan, because, well, nobody else is here and I can call that. All right, 2 shots on target. There we go. 1.69, happy with that, absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and just move on over to the magnifier here. 3X, let's see if I can get 2 shots on target pretty good here. Low ready. Good. 2.15. Let's see if I can make it a little bit faster here. All right, one more time, 2.15, we're ready. $1.95. Huh, how about that? All right, cool, sub 2 seconds, I'm happy with it. 1.69, I believe, was my my fastest with just the holographic. Let's go ahead and pop off, just to show you how easy this is, the 43. Move on now to the 45, giving me 5x magnification. Let's see if we're pretty much centered there. Now, once I throw this guy on here, we're sitting at 8 ounces and a 2.6 inch eye relief. Subtle difference in the eye relief, and overall weight now is at 24 ounces, all right? Can you tell, about a 2+ ounce difference? Honestly, yeah, a little bit, which is gonna be kind of funny when we throw on that VCOG here in a little bit. All right, cool. So now with the 45, let's see here how fast we can get those ones down. .24, one more time. Oh no. All right, calling a mulligan since I had a miss. Let's do this one more time. Here we go. And out. All right, 1.88. Again, sub 2 seconds. I was a little bit faster even with the 5 power. Maybe actually being able to see the target helps, but at the same time with, see the target larger is what I mean. But without the magnifier, I was so far the fastest. Interesting, right? Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and throw on the ACOG and see how we do there. Next up, the Trijicon ACOG 4x magnification, 1.2 inch eye relief, however, so nice and short. I don't know if that's too nice or not, because I've seen plenty of people ask Kaya who get right up on it because they want to get the perfect sight picture without any scope shadow. They pull the trigger and then they look like a pirate because, well, they got a little scope eye. So, that's one bad thing, but I will say you do actually have a very, very clear sight picture, a decent field of view, depending on your distance and everything, right? But overall, you have a fixed magnified optic. Now, this thing is obviously very reliable, super durable, and again, as I mentioned earlier, the most battle-proven optic in the world and still issued to the Marines today. Okay, now with all that being said, what about the weight? We're sitting at about 15.1 ounces here. So yeah, a little bit lighter than the Eotech and Magnifier combo. And you can feel that. It's a great optic, right? Okay, other than the short eye relief, which again isn't terrible as long as you know what you're doing there. All right, even with the backup iron sight here, I can still get a really good sight picture and run this. Well, we'll see how good I can run it here in just a moment. Now with that, there's something else to take into consideration, because at a standard or a fixed 4x magnification, you might run into an issue when you go close quarters or do some room clearing with this guy, and you're like, oh my God, I'm looking at the guy's button on his shirt, and that's not what I want to be looking at. And that's completely okay. There's actually a aiming concept. It's called the bend-in aiming concept, or more of a method, that allows you to get accurate shots on closer targets with, like room clearing distance. And what that ultimately is shoot with both eyes open, which you should be doing anyway. And what's happening is your illuminated reticle is being viewed mostly or predominantly or 100% by your dominant eye, and then your non-dominant eye is picking up your target. And what happens is, well, as you're shooting with both eyes open, well, your brain communicates and allows that crossover in vision, which allows you to put accurate shots on target by utilizing your reticle, as long as you're keeping both eyes open. So pretty cool stuff, how that overlays and works. Anyway, still got some rounds left here. Let's go ahead, 50 yards. Let's see how quick I can get those 2 shots on target with the shot timer here, starting at a low ready with the ACOG. Let's do it. .03, felt pretty good. Let's see if I can break that 2 second though, all right? That was that initial draw I needed to work on. 2.03 is time to beat. Exactly 2.03 again. That's okay, consistent. Let's try it one more time. Come on, Clint, be quicker. Well, that was quicker, but with a miss. 2.03. All right, magazine loaded up. Let's go ahead and do this now. 2 shots with the timer, low ready with the ACOG. Let's see if I can break that 2 seconds that I want to do. .99. I mean, may as well try it again, right? Let's see if I can go a little bit lower there. 1.99 is good. Oh, all over the place. I'll keep my 1.99. How about that? All right, cool. So 1.99 with the ACOG. Yes, I can get a pretty good target acquisition on that. Not mad about it. Again, if I compare that to what I was shooting with the 45, right? That's my 5X. I think I keep referring to the 33 as 43, by the way. My bad. Anyway, 45, 33, whatever. Okay, so 33 again, 1.95, 45 with 1.88, and in this case, my fastest was that 1.99 with the ACOG. Sweet, let's go ahead and mount up now the VCOG and let's see what we get. Okay, now we've got arguably the most versatile, definitely the most capable optic, the VCOG, with 8x magnification and everything in between that and 1x. Makes it a pretty nice optic. Now, it is 32 ounces with a much larger footprint, as you can see here, so it's a big, thick, heavy boy. But it is a very durable optic with a precise sight picture, and it being first focal plane, you're gonna have those accurate, precise shots, especially at a much larger magnification than any of the previous optics. Now, with that though, you might be sacrificing some speed for precision, which again, you might know the quote, you know, speed is fine, but accuracy is everything. Might not be a bad deal, right? We'll see about that here in just a moment. Another neat thing about this optic, 4-inch eye relief. So notice how far forward I have it mounted on my LMT here. Thankfully it's a monolithic upper receiver, or I might be bridging that rail and upper receiver some, but not having to worry about it. Pretty sure that was by design anyway to have it kind of that far forward. Notice how much room I have for my rear sight. That's nice. And also to adjust the magnification is still very easy to do. Now I am running it at 8 power. So let's just go ahead, 2 shots, fast as possible with that quick target acquisition. Let's do it. .43, a little bit slower, taking a second to try to acquire the target. But once you're there, you're there. Let's do it one more time. .32. All right, not bad about it, not mad about it. Let's go ahead and let's see, we've done 5X, we've done 4X, 3X. Let's try 2. Let's go 2X on this. And I have my illumination setting at 9. Or actually, no, I have it at 8. I have it at 8, and it can get a little bit brighter all the way up to 9. It's not super, super bright. Like if I was out in the middle of the desert somewhere, I might just go with an etched reticle, turn the illumination off even. Another nice thing about this is between each illumination setting, there's an off setting. So you can have it set, you know, just one click to your favorite whenever it's time to rock and roll, which is pretty nice. All right, let's go to make this 2x magnification. And let's see if we can get some good shots here, all right? Here we go. Whew. That was actually really fast, 1.98. Felt pretty good about that. Still taking some time just to get that sight lined up though, which is kind of funny. Also, it's getting kind of difficult to see, so there's that. All right, let's try it one more time here. I already got the sub 2 seconds, makes me happy. One more time. .75. I like that one. All right, cool. So again, with the adjustment, that makes life pretty freaking easy, right? Same thing with the Eotech. Go ahead and just removing or using the magnifier, whichever one you choose to roll with. Yeah, that makes it pretty nice. So 2x magnification I liked quite a bit. Now let's go ahead and take a look here. 1.75 was my fastest with the VCOG. EXPS3 1.69 was my fastest overall. So I'm pretty happy with all of that. Now let's go ahead and start moving a little bit. So we're gonna close that gap some. Let's go ahead and work our way up to 25 yards and let's start doing some movement. Going 2x, keeping it at 2x with the VCOG. Again, it's variable, so might as well go and use that to my advantage, right? All right, let's go ahead and do this. Covering 25 to 15 yards as fast and as accurate as possible. All right, let's see here. That was 13 shots at 10.46. Let's go ahead and count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 9 hits with 13 shots. All right, let's move up to the next one. Now rolling in with the ACOG. Let's go ahead and let's do it. All right, 9.43, walked a little bit faster. Let's see about those hits. And that was a total of 10 shots. One, oh man, we got a few of them here. I'm going to replay that. Looks like maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, perhaps. We'll have to replay that footage and see. Now with the Eotech, when I run this drill, I'm going to run with what makes sense and no magnification. So I'm just gonna have that flipped off to the side and see how that works, all right? Seems easy enough, let's do it. Okay. And let's go ahead and, let's put a fresh mag in there, how about it? Okay. Okay, 15 shots at 9.8. 15 at 9.8. Okay, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is what I'm counting. It sounded like I got a couple more hits than that. Looks like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Okay, I think the results pretty much speak for themselves on that one. So that'll conclude today's drills. Now again, this is going to be a continuing segment on LPVO versus ACOG versus magnified holographic. Again, the Eotech EXPS3, which is again just a fantastic little non-magnified optic. Battery life is not bad, but it is also, well, the one where you want to have those backup irons like I was talking about a little bit before, you're gonna want those because let's just say you gotta go out, run an op, whatever it might be, and you forget batteries. You forget to change the batteries out, then all of a sudden you're just left with this hunk of metal, right? So there's that. Then you've got the ACOG. Again, battle proven, fantastic optic, fantastic option. A lot of guys feel no need to run backup irons or anything with their ACOG. I mean, I get it, but you never know, so I may not advise it. But I can tell you this, the ACOG is just overall phenomenal. Now, if we compare that to the VCOG, obviously much bigger and heavier, but 8x magnification, which is twice as much as this, all the way to that 1x, which is a really nice feature to have. And if we go ahead and pretty much tally up the scores here, I needed to write everything down here. It's just me out here now, right? So I don't have my John or Ryan running around to be able to tell me what I did or what I didn't do, you know? So if you don't like these videos, just let us know down in the comments, and maybe I just got to get a live-in director or something. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at everything, because at my 50 yard, I was definitely quickest with the standard EXPS3 holographic, no magnification, just getting those 2 shots on target and identifying that target and acquiring it and shooting it. And then the movement, 25 to 15, my fastest was actually with the ACOG, but I had 10 shots overall with 6 hits. Okay. Then was the VCOG. I had 9 hits with 13 shots at 10.46 seconds to cover that ground. And then 9.80, nice happy little medium there. I did actually have the Eotech. The Eotech with 15 shots down range. It just felt a little bit, I felt more confident that I could hit the target more times, and I did, with being 10 hits. Which is funny because, well, accuracy through volume. The more I fired, naturally, the more hits I got. So, hey, there you go. But with that, it is easier to acquire, and I was truly trying. It's not like I could just pull the trigger the whole time and just get, you know, random hits. Yeah, I could do that, but that wasn't the purpose. I wanted to truly try to make impact with every pull of the trigger while moving, and I did the best with the Eotech non-magnified. Again, the magnification is great, but what you give up in speed to gain, or what I should say, what you gain in precision, you give up for in speed, and that kind of pretty much directly reflects. So I was only running 2x and got more hits than I did with the ACOG at 4x. So I'll leave it off there, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If this is an ongoing series you would like to see where we do a little bit more abuse, maybe we actually do a couple of more drills and get a couple more guys too to actually run some of these drills as well. Let me know. Which one do you prefer? And the applications, as I mentioned before, if I was gonna go with the 33 over the 45, it would be because I would know I'd be running primarily CQB, like maybe on my Mark 18, which is typically what I do. Eotech with the magnifier in case I need to engage out to something a little bit more distant, but it is primarily close quarters, home defense, room clearing, whatever it might be. And then the ACOG as just an overall fantastic, something like on a 14.5, perfect. And then anything that I might be stretching the legs out on, the VCOG. I leave it at that.